Listen.
Is it on?
Yeah, we on.
The devil is busy.
Hey, we back. We
The devil
back
is
like
busy,
cook
man.
crack. So, hey, I don't know. I feel like everything happened how it's supposed to happen. I don't understand it all. But that's what happened. Can we get a little sound effect? My thoughts exactly.
What? What? What's your thoughts exactly?
How they sounded.
Uh,
That's my exact thoughts.
we ain't gonna let the devil ruin what we got going on, man.
Not at all.
So
Not at all.
we was talking about the vegan cookout. Are you already looking to like future dates and stuff, or?
Oh yeah. So like I was saying, I would like to do it annual. Like I said, that was homecoming weekend, UAPB homecoming weekend. So I'm gonna ponder on if I want to do it homecoming weekend again. I feel like it was a cool weekend to do it, but I didn't think about me trying to engage in the festivities. I had some engagements to go to. Then I also was trying to, get my alumni on.
Yeah.
And and so
You was
it
spread
was
a
a
little
lot.
thin.
Like I honestly I didn't sleep over the course of about 4 days. Like I
That's
barely
crazy.
slept. And every time I throw an event though, I barely sleep. Like
Really?
yeah.
Is it stress or is it like?
It's just the thought, my mind just racing, like little things that I maybe have forgot.
Perfection.
Yeah,
Virgo
yeah.
shit, huh?
Yes, and I wanted to ask a question like on Facebook, like event planners, like do y'all sleep
Yeah.
when y'all do y'all events? Cause baby, I can't sleep like have a good night rest until it's over. And then the fact that I
Even the night
decided
before
to
when you
cook
had
all
everything
that food,
already set up, you
huh?
still I said even though you had everything already in store in order, cause you
Well,
whipped up the food and shit like the
I
night before,
did.
right, or some shit.
Listen, I started on that food like on Wednesday.
For real?
Yes.
So it wasn't spoiled.
No, like it was certain stuff that like the barbecue jackfruit, like I had to really take my time with it and you know what I'm saying, cook it
So did you have to
slowly.
do it like a pot roast, like a long time, cook for a long time
No.
to get tender and all that stuff?
No, but I do this whole little run in the oven and stuff like that, but I have to like cook small batches of it, so I wanted to make sure that was so I just started cooking early and but the whole time I was thinking like what in the world was I thinking to cook all
Saying you
this
gonna do
stuff?
all of it for everybody.
Yes, like I ain't got no real assistance. Like my mama, she involuntarily was my assistant
Yeah,
on the day
involuntary.
of. But even like, what I'm saying? It was just like I was really in over my head.
Yeah.
When it
So
came to
was it
the
enough?
food. Huh?
Was it enough?
It was more than enough.
For real.
It like people was able to take plates home. Like I had food left over. It was good. Like I was able to give, some. I was just giving it
So
away.
next
Like
time you're gonna be more like collab, like
I
partner
would
y'all.
like to either hire a chef or maybe get a team together and what I'm saying, like just tell everybody like what exactly to do. Cause
Yeah.
I'm just real particular about my food
Yeah.
and it gotta be right. You
Right,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So that's the only thing.
So after the fact, what has it been people hitting you up like, maybe they didn't make it or they fool with it or they wanted to be a part of it
Yeah.
in the future type of shit.
Yeah, we've been getting people to hit us up and ask like when the next event and stuff like that. So like I said, the goal for me is to like curate different events like to for one something like different and a experience and something that I would enjoy myself because with me not drinking liquor anymore and doing a lot of stuff that I don't used to do like eat meat and stuff like that. It's a lot of places that I really don't have, I don't really have fun at. So the goal is to curate events for people like me that's on their self-healing journey, you know what I'm saying, that want to eat healthier foods and just be conscious about, what they doing
Where
or
that come
whatever.
from?
Huh?
Where that come from?
Where would it come from?
All this health stuff. 'Cause, I've known you for a long time.
Right.
So what's going on? Where this come from?
Well, I think it was always slightly in me. You know what I'm
Slightly.
saying? Yeah, I think it was slightly in me, but it was all about, what I had learned over time. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like certain things that didn't sit well with me, like, eating 3 different meats early in the morning
For breakfast.
for breakfast.
You got some sausage. You gonna have some
Man, I
bacon.
used to have to force myself to eat that stuff. Like,
Force?
yes.
For real?
Yeah. Like the meat, I used to have to break it up and put it in my rice. You know. And you know what I'm saying? The rice is gonna have a lot of sugar on it, a lot of butter, you know what I'm saying? And it's just,
I ain't never felt like. I mean, of course, it's been time where I wanted to be more healthier. This is later in life though, but definitely not growing up type of shit. I was a little greedy kid when it came to food. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Seconds and
me
thirds.
too.
You know what I mean?
I ain't
I
gonna.
never feel bad about
I say I eat good. Like I ain't turned nothing down. You know what I'm saying? But once I started learning more, like how foods really affect your health, I was like, whoa there.
Do you know?
Nobody told me this.
Do you know when that was? Like when you was kind of like starting, because before everything went down, you had already been learning about different foods and how they affect you and shit. That's what I'm saying, right?
Well, like I had stated before, like, you put me on to Dr. Sabi.
So you talking about adults then?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely as an adult. Yeah. But yeah, that's when I really started learning about, the foods and stuff like
So
that.
I get the credit for this.
You get the credit for Dr. Sabi. Put me on to Dr. Sabi. And
bypass me.
Right. But even when I learned about Dr. Sabi, like I was listening to what he was saying, but I wasn't, taking heed. But you know what I'm saying? I was putting it into my, unconscious mind or whatever. But, and then after that too, like I said, my cancer situation,
That's what I was gonna bring up again, cause your story is so crazy, so inspiring for real for the people that don't know. You know what I mean? And even for me, cause I just remember coming to see you in the hospital.
Yeah.
But as far as what was going on, I don't think you said. I don't think you told me. I don't remember what the conversation was like. I just remember going to see you. And when you was
well, it's so because when it happened, man, it happened so fast, and like I really did not understand the situation when it was happening. I was working, 2 full-time jobs, and
what you was doing?
I was working at a collection agency full-time, and then working at the salon full-time.
I thought you been doing hair all your life.
No, that was the final job that I had.
Yeah.
Like, I was on the phone, but after I had my surgery, like when I say my life changed, and my perspective of everything changed, and I was like, I went back to that job after my surgery for like a couple weeks, and it was just one day I woke up and I was like, I'm done believing in a man, for security. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason why I would have a job, but I would be miserable at these jobs, and be thinking about how much money I could be possibly making at the shop, you know? So, yeah.
What you mean by you not looking for a man for security? What you talking about?
I'm done believing in the man for security.
Oh, okay, the man. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, so after Blue, he went for a checkup, and then everything hit a turn.
Right.
Yeah, walk me through
Okay.
that.
Like so, yeah, I had my yearly checkup. It was so crazy because me and my mama we was just talking about it or whatever. I was just finna get off of her insurance, and my
Mm.
insurance was just
So this was like 25.
finna kick in. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
So, she was like, make sure you get everything or whatever before you get off my insurance or whatever. So I'm like, okay, mama keeping me on my
Yeah.
toes or whatever. So, anyways, I went for my checkup and man, like it's crazy because they had like my homegirl down for the emergency uh person, but she ended up hitting me up and like the doctor was just blowing me up. And basically it was
So
like,
you wasn't answering the phone? You didn't know who it was calling you?
well, I was working my 9 to 5 where I couldn't have my phone and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like on lunch, they was like, my homegirl, like, did you get the car? I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't even know how I end up putting her on my
Yeah, just filling shit out, just boom.
Yeah, right.
I do that too.
Right. So, but yeah, like my doctor was like, like it's an emergency, you need to get here, and I had to have like a small invasive surgery, a lightly invasive surgery. I don't know.
How you got light in? How they put light and surgery together? I don't understand that. Ain't nothing light about that to me.
I don't know how to explain it, but it was like one of them where I had a surgery and they sent me home that day, like an outpatient surgery.
Okay.
So I had like one of those where they basically, did a cold knife cone procedure or something like that, where they take a piece of your cervix
for testing.
No, for like because of the tumor.
Okay.
To see if they could get rid of the cancer.
Did they tell you that over the phone? Like,
no, they didn't tell me that over the phone. Well, no, I don't even know if they told me that over the phone, but they just was like, we need you to get here like ASAP or whatever.
So they had the outpatient light surgery that same day?
No, not that day. But they were saying like you need to have it like ASAP or whatever. And I did, and then basically they were saying that this could probably help the issue. If not, then we're gonna have to go to a further stage.
So they wasn't even sure.
They wasn't even sure.
We're gonna try this.
Yeah, we're gonna try this and see if that worked. And so then they came back and was like, okay, it's still not completely gone. And so when I say everything was happening so fast, like,
so why y'all ain't do the big thing the first time?
Right.
I would have been like,
well, the thing is, like the surgery that I had, it was like a partial hysterectomy. But man, I feel a type of way about hysterectomies and stuff because a lot of black women have had hysterectomies, partial hysterectomies, and it's like I don't feel like it's right. You know what I'm saying? Because the doctors are not expressing the options and like, you know what I'm saying?
I imagine that they would probably be even like persuading them a little bit. Like they might go in for they, you know what I'm saying, annual or whatever the case may be, and probably bring it on to them because they don't want motherfuckers bringing motherfuckers into this.
Exactly. No, for real. Like,
I know.
Because, like, even with me, like, they was telling me, so I went in to go see my doctor, whatever. Mind you, this is why I feel a type of way against doctors. You know, I send my love to them, but I also feel a type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because I had 2, special doctors or whatever, and I'm asking them, okay, I'm just afraid. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, is there anything I need to do differently? And, they giving me the whole spiel. And I'm like, is there anything I need to do differently? And they like, no, just keep doing what you're doing. And both of my specialist doctors told me that. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just out here like, don't know just
nothing
clueless.
about, you probably need to change your diet or something like
just
that.
Clueless.
Just keep on eating them chillings.
But my main doctor, she told me, she said, stop wearing tampons. And I didn't understand that either. I'm like, why? Like
what's gonna stop it now?
Yeah, I mean, you got pads.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, I don't want to wear pads. Like I ain't wear pads in forever, But anyway, she did tell me that, and I feel like she wanted to tell me more, but she didn't. You know what I'm saying?
She probably shouldn't even according to her, profession.
So like so I went in, right?
That's fucking up the church's
And
money.
and exactly. So like the doctor, he told me, he sketched out on the paper. He like, what we're gonna have to do is basically, he was telling me we're gonna have to either do a hysterectomy or a partial hysterectomy, and he sketched it out on the paper, like you know how they do.
He drew you a picture?
Man, with like about 5 slashes on it. You know what I'm saying? He like, we gonna do this, and I'm clueless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he was like, you gonna get a CT scan on Monday. We gonna schedule a CT scan for Monday. After that, that's when we gonna determine what kind of surgery you gonna have, and that next following Monday you gonna have the surgery. And I'm like I'm still stuck on everything that's happening.
It's happening so fast.
Yeah, everything is happening so fast. And so, like I said, I had been working 2 full-time jobs. So on Sundays, that was my only off day. So like I had a Sunday and I just was like, it had hit me, and I was just like, wow, like I'm almost finna be in a predicament where I possibly can't have kids. And so everything just
That's kind
hit
of the first thing that come to my mind when I hear somebody say something about cervical cancer and stuff like that.
Yeah, like he told me like I might have a hysterectomy. So I'm like, I just felt doomed, and I just feel like everything was just coming in on me or whatever. And I end up Googling something about cancer. I Googled something about cancer. I didn't know what to do. And I seen it. The first thing that I seen, it was a hotline that you could call. I called the number. And at this point, I'm crying. I'm just like devastated. I called the number, and the people on the other line, mind you, I'm used to these doctors that's just treating me like a number. They not being empathetic or nothing about the situation. And I'm young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just business for them.
Right. So I called this number, and the woman, like everybody was just so helpful to get me to the next person. The woman that I did talk to, she was just like so, empathetic, like sympathizing with me and stuff like that. And she was like, I was telling her the situation. She was like, oh my gosh, she was like, do not go to your CT scan appointment. She was like, she got my insurance information. I had just got on the new insurance. She contacted them, and then basically she got back with me that day, and she was like, your insurance is gonna cover you. We're gonna fly you and another person out. For 5 days, and they're testing me from head to toe. They ran like 3 different tests on me. And they paid for our rooms. All we had to pay was like $20 a day or something for food.
Damn.
And they paid for transportation.
Where did y'all go?
Everything. The Cancer Treatment Center of America.
Where was it?
It was in Illinois.
Shit.
So I had never really heard of the company, but a lot of people was like, you ain't never seen them commercials, and I'm like, nah, I haven't really. But like I was like, this is almost too good to be true.
Nah, for real. What, y'all fly me out?
Right. And sure enough, they sent the ticket.
Y'all don't even know me.
I told them like, who I wanted to bring with me, and I brought my mama, and they flew me out. And me going to the Cancer Treatment Center of America, I went out there for a second opinion. That was like one of the best things that happened during my whole, cancer, experience, because for one, I felt like, hearing that word cancer, you think you associating death, the worst,
No bullshit.
And so, being out there, I was seeing people in worse situations than me, don't have no hair on their head and stuff like that. And they was walking around with smiles on their face,
Yeah.
So that was like, that kind of helped me in my situation. Like, wow, these people, you know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Yeah, I should feel, I should feel more grateful, And then when I said they had somebody to help you, not only did they have the doctors, they had somebody for emotional, spiritual, like the foods. They sat down and talked to me like what kind of foods I should eat more, what kind of foods I should avoid. And that's when they broke down like the beef and pork, and the woman was saying something about how the beef just stay in your body for so long, and that's how different diseases and stuff can live in your body or whatever. But they had somebody for everything, and then like I said, they scanned me from head to toe. They tested me from head to toe, and they told me the same thing, that I would need the surgery. And another thing that happened during that time, like I said, they told me the same thing or whatever, but it just really helped me. But another thing that happened that was very significant, we met this older lady, me and my mama, and we kept seeing this lady, older black lady or whatever, and we was like, we gonna have to talk to her, because we kept speaking to her or whatever. Long story short, if I can make it short, but we was taking they was taking a shuttle bus to the mall or whatever, and we ended up going or whatever, and the lady sat like right in front of us, and we both was telling our stories of why we was there. She was there because her husband, was there, had cancer or whatever.
Oh, she wasn't sick.
She wasn't sick at the time or whatever. Me, and we was saying why we was there or whatever, and the lady was saying, like, she had cancer before too. And she was saying, she started like telling me different Bible verses or whatever, and it just kind of was like going over my head, because I'm like, what is this lady talking about? So she was like, she was just naming off different Bible verses. So when we came back, on the way back, she turned around to me and she was like, let it go. She said, and I was like, huh? She was like, whatever anger you got towards somebody, you need to let it go. And she said, that's when your healing gonna start. And I'm like, I'm getting teary-eyed right now just talking about it, because like when she said that, I'm like, how this lady know that I got anger towards somebody?
Did you know that?
That I had
like?
Anger
Did
towards?
You know like it was that heavy? Like whatever it is you had inside for whoever.
I didn't know. But when she said that, that was when I had my cancer situation. That was like 1 to 2 years after I had got out of my abusive relationship, and I had so much hatred towards him, and I wanted my revenge.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like I had a whole, scenario, everything. But you know what I'm saying? Like when she said that, I'm like, how does lady know I got, anger? But and then she told me her story, and she was saying that, she was like, I told you I had tumors or whatever, and she was saying I was supposed to have surgery, but I didn't end up having to have surgery because I got rid of it before my surgery. And she was saying that basically she had a childhood situation where it was like a family member or something like that. Yeah, she was molested, and she was like, she had hatred against him or whatever, but she finally forgave him, and that's when she healed herself.
Damn.
And when I say I still didn't understand it, but it was so significant. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. And
but that's easier said than done, even still.
It is. Yeah. It is. And so once it wasn't until after I had surgery, and then I started understanding even more, because like I said, shout out to Louise Hay, I listened to her, and she talk about going within and healing from within or whatever. And she talk about like going deep, and that's when I realized, I had anger, not only towards him, but I also had, I ain't gonna say anger, but like
resentment.
Maybe resentment against my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So it just started making, and then I started decluttering and stuff like that, and that was one of the first, healing experience, because I started like packing up a lot of stuff in my closet, and I had like about 5 big trash bags, you know what I'm saying? And I'm taking this stuff to the car, and I was like, wow. I'm like,
you was feeling
this is like a burden, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I've been holding on to, you know what I'm saying? So Yeah, but it got even deeper and deeper after I had my surgery.
So you feel like the change in your diet is just part of it, but a lot of things that really helped you and still help you now is letting go a lot of shit you was
Yeah,
unaware that you had.
exactly.
Okay, yeah. That's
Still to
dope.
this
It's probably a lot
day.
of people out here that don't realize, what they holding on to
Yeah.
that can affect their health and their body and shit like that. You know
Not
what I'm
for real.
saying?
And I and even Louise Hay talk about, like, a lot of people that have cancer have some type of anger towards somebody. And like, I have conversations with people, and a lot of times it's a correlation.
Damn, I
Yeah.
never heard that before.
Yeah.
But I mean, it makes sense. Cause a lot of people they just know what happened to them or what they experienced, but they don't understand like it. It ain't had nothing to do with them. It had
Right.
everything to do with the person. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I think the faster somebody can understand that, the better off they'll be, and it'll be more easy to not hold that shit over their head. You
Facts.
know. Okay, so but you still had some up and downs as far as like when you pivoted to like the aftermath of the surgery and shit.
Mhm.
So what
Yeah.
was talk to me about that and even some of the challenges that you may have had, like, cause I mean when you make a 360 with your diet, like, I think a big part of why I probably ain't switched over, cause I'm thinking like, damn man, I already have struggles like figuring out what I'm gonna cook or what I'm gonna eat, grocery shop
Yeah.
for the week. You know what I'm saying? Then
Right.
think about getting everything everything alkaline and vegan, and it's like, damn, that sounds like a lot of work just even planning
And
around
it's
all the
really,
eating.
it can be as simple as you would like it, or it can be as complicated as you would
Yeah,
like it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Was it
Cause
complicated in the beginning for you?
it was like in the beginning, because again, I'm a foodie. So I love food, and I wanted to eat all of these different things. And so I was literally in the kitchen. Like, I would be at the shop all day and then come home and be in the kitchen for hours trying to create these meals.
Yeah.
But again, I'm looking on YouTube, looking at recipes and different stuff
Oh, you
like
just
that.
experimenting.
Right. But nowadays, I simplify it. Like,
Mm.
for one, it's really not about cooking a whole bunch of stuff. You want to eat more fruits and stuff anyways. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? So that's the easiest thing. And then making juices, smoothies, teas, like all of that is a part of it too.
Mm.
And that's very simple and
Is
easy.
that a good supplement for just eating a meal?
Yeah, well, like right now, I'm fasting for
Mm.
the morning till about maybe about, I got up pretty early, so about
Did
12.
you?
So about 12 o'clock, I'll probably start eating. But like, I'm sipping on my tea,
Yeah.
and that's gonna keep me straight
Yeah.
until then. Then I've had my sea moss and stuff like that, so
Mm.
that help with my appetite. But like the smoothies, like when I used to work at the shop, me being on my feet and not having a break and stuff like that, I used to do a lot of liquids. So I do juices, smoothies, teas, and that hold me for a long period of time. And I'll
Mhm.
kind of snack, throughout the day and
Yeah.
do like one meal.
So do you ever have withdrawals or like um have like taste in your mouth sometimes, like for some shit that you used to eat? That's
Um,
chicken.
Chicken, no. Chicken is just, I was disgusted with chicken before I let it go. And that's part of the reason
You
why
was?
yes, that's part of the reason why I went all the way, because cuz I had did no beef, no pork for like a good 4 years.
Oh.
And so I was doing a lot of chicken. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
Turkey, fish.
Chicken, everything.
You gonna find chicken everywhere.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it was starting to get to the point where chicken was starting to smell like, I don't even know, like raw chicken or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
and I thought I was thinking it was like certain restaurants, but it was like everywhere I was going, it was smelling like that, and I was like, yeah, I think it's about that time.
Yeah. Damn. I don't know, man. That's rough.
But I know you was asking about like the ups and downs of the healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, like cause I know it's a lot of people. Even though they might not have a health situation, but they kind of being informed more about the negative things that a lot of foods that's made available to us are doing to the body, especially over time. You know, a lot of more people kind of trying to plan longevity wise. Like I want to be around this motherfucking,
Right.
kind of like, I want to be more on the healthy side. Cause there's a lot of shit out there. It's like scary. Like when you really look, it's some shit I ignore 'em. Cause I know I ain't ready yet. I just keep
Yeah.
scrolling. I ain't watching. I
Yeah.
ain't watching that shit.
Yeah. And
But if they could, kind of hear about, some of the, cause smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So hearing, what you kind of went through ups and downs and shit like that, it kind of would, kind of help somebody inspire them to go ahead and jump out there. I ain't saying
Yeah.
me, but maybe somebody watching. Maybe somebody watching. Right?
True that.
You know what
True
I'm
that.
saying?
Like I be amazed at, how many people tell me that they, inspired, or it be like little changes that they make, whether it just be drinking more water or any little small thing, and
I'm struggling, Nate.
I'm just grateful because, it's like, okay, my work is not in vain. You know what I'm saying? Because it can be frustrating sometimes when you got the knowledge and you see, a lot of times your people closest to you, you know what I'm saying, don't take heed.
Hell yeah, especially closer to us.
Yeah,
especially elders and shit like that.
Especially. So, like to, hear that somebody.
Your mic up.
Huh?
You your mic. Which number is your mic? It's all the way up, ain't it?
Yeah, I think it's all the way up. It's probably how. Let me see if I do it like this.
Talking the side of it.
Like this, like that.
Yeah, or you might want to put the what's the name? The headphones
Earphone.
on. He said it's the audio sounds lower on YouTube. I didn't know.
Hola, buenos dias.
Is YouTube going too?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man, it feels good.
So do you ever have times where you may have a certain feeling and you feel like it's not necessarily like you have a craving for something, but it's like it's something that you might need to eat or take because of whatever you feel
lacking or what?
Nah, like say for instance, if you feeling tired or fatigued or something like that, or it could be anything, but do you kind of think, okay, I ain't had no watermelon in the coat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you have those? Okay.
Yeah, like ginger. Like I can tell when, like just my, my main. Sometimes I get behind on my sea moss, my herbs and stuff like that. So I can start feeling like a little something. A lot of times, cause I had got tendonitis in my hand, so like I used to drink ginger every day.
When did you get it? All from all the braids
hair.
And yeah, okay, yeah.
So like when I start feeling a little pain in my hand, I'm like, okay, I need to get back on my ginger, my sea moss stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cause that ginger, it helped get rid of my pain with my tendonitis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that a daily regimen or?
What, the ginger?
Yeah.
Well, I don't do it as much as I used to, but
'cause you don't need to.
How I got when I first seen how good it was, I was doing it not even for my tendonitis. I was doing it for my immune system. Okay. I was taking a drop of ginger essential oil and making like a little tea every morning before I go work out. And after about a month or so, I had realized my tendonitis had went away.
Oh.
And I couldn't think of what else I was doing differently other than the ginger.
Okay.
Yeah, so that ginger is amazing.
You unlock the code by default.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I always tell people sea moss and ginger.
Y'all hear that now?
Like, especially like ginger, because that's like.
Is there anything you can take specifically to help with metabolism?
There are a few herbs that can help with your metabolism. Basically, a lot of times, anything that helps with the gut, like, again, ginger.
For real?
Yeah, ginger helps with a lot of stuff. So the
gut is like the central processing unit.
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your That's where your colon and everything come from, you know. So that's where you putting it in your mouth where it's coming out.
So that's a beginning to understand how their body work and how it function as far as knowing what they need to focus on.
And then also like increasing water intake. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, because sometimes you can eat all the healthy foods in the world, but your body still, your gut still not cleansing because you ain't got
the people not know like how much water they really need. Was it? Cause I mean in school they were like
8 cups a day.
8 cups a day. So
right.
do you agree with that, or you think people just really not drinking that much water?
People not really drinking that much water, cause people think, cause even me, like I water is like my number one drink, has always been for a while.
Yeah.
But I wasn't drinking, like I'll drink maybe 3 or 4 bottles of water a day, but that's still not enough. You know what I'm saying? So
damn. Yeah, I ain't drinking no water. I probably drink about 4 bottles of water a day.
Right, and that
ain't enough anything.
Exactly. And I don't even think you do that.
I do though. Cause at work, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's really the main reason. Cause at work, over the weekend, it ain't that much.
Right, exactly. So, like, cause I think if you at least.
You said it's a ginger pill. Is it a ginger pill?
You can do ginger in so many different ways. So you can do ginger powder. You can make like a tea with the powder. You can get dried ginger. You can get fresh ginger and make tea with it. Boil it.
That's what I did. It's like most times when I get sick, I don't get sick much. If I start feeling sick, make me a toddy with ginger, so I go buy them and cut them.
Right.
Boil it. Yeah.
And see, like the ginger capsules, like the pills. They probably be cool, but you have to be careful with it because too much ginger can like burn. You know, it can be, pretty spicy. So I recommend like a tea, or like if you had ginger essential oil, like I have 100% therapeutic grade essential oil, so it's safe to, ingest or whatever. So I'll do a drop of that, or like I said, I'll do the dried ginger or the fresh ginger.
Yeah, Nate, you can hit up. She got a bunch of health products that she.
Yeah, I also have some pain relief herbal capsules, and I have ginger. Ginger is like the number one ingredient in that. It's ginger, cayenne, sea moss.
Do you be keeping up with the rapper Blueface?
Hey, not by choice, but kinda.
You said not by choice?
Not by choice, but it be there.
What, you don't like his music? What's wrong?
Oh, he do music? Nah. I definitely don't. I ain't listen to his music.
Yeah.
No.
He just got engaged to his baby mother. His first baby mother. Are you aware?
Yeah, you sent me a message.
I did.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, congratulations to him. So do you watch those people? Like, not necessarily listen to music, but like, are you aware of like what be going on with them, stuff like that?
Yeah,
I just know it was something that's kind of been circling around in conversation.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
I just seen something about Blueface that just disgusted me. That was just so wrong.
What? What'd you see?
The girl he just got engaged to.
What you see though?
He didn't call her over there talking about suck it.
He what?
Told her to give him some sloppy toppy.
Well, he was like going live and said, "Give me some sloppy toppy."
Yeah, on the video, he drunk. He talking about come over here and whatever,
They on Instagram Live.
I don't know who live they on, but somebody did it, posted on Facebook. They put it in the comments.
Okay, so what happened after he said that?
He told her to come here and give me some sloppy toppy, and she tried to say a little joke or whatever. He like, ha, yeah, whatever.
You better come over
here.
Did she come?
Cause she tried to say a joke like, rip me out the plastic or something.
That what she said?
He was like, yeah.
Come over here and handle that business.
Yeah.
But did she though?
Instantly.
Well, that's probably how she got that ring.
What child, if you
Oh, you think the way he said it?
I love it. If you like it, I love it. But oh my gosh, that was like, come on, that's like, bro, that's so degrading. Like,
Yeah, it is. But okay, so I just kind of be looking at shit like objectively, cause that's not necessarily my thing. But think about if your partner, if that was they, like gravitate to that type of dialogue, like, cause she didn't seem like she had an issue with it, right? I'm sure he wouldn't just do that. Just
I'm sure
randomly
it was something in her mind, a little piece in her mind, like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But okay, I'm gonna do it for him because I love him to death. Blah blah blah. We're married. Blah blah.
So you think she would, whatever she may have felt that you think she may have felt, is because it's like not private? It's like people are watching this
right.
versus.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the big issue there. Like, cause why?
Yeah.
Why do they gotta be in this too?
It almost.
But
that's
like, I mean, hey, like I said, hey, if she like it, I love it.
I remember watching a couple of him and Rock interviews, like to kind of like gauge their relationship dynamic, because I have never watched the show, the Baddie Show, whatever.
Me neither.
And it seemed like she was the bad guy at first. This been a minute though, cause she was kind of the antagonizer, in a lot of situations, and he was kind of like more laid back. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose because he like how she'll react to certain things, but now it's kind of seemed like the drama shit, like the shit that everybody might not like or have something to say about it, they profit from it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to judge. Like, okay, so do y'all really rock like that? Or is just like everything on the internet is just gonna be automatically some bullshit just to get the conversation started, like kind of like Charles and White and shit. You know what I'm saying? What you think? Cause marriage, I said congratulations, but it's kind of wild to for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Right after the disc record and the baby and all that, like, you know what I mean? Oh, all of a sudden now this is one who you want to be with forever.
Right. And that's my thing, baby. Listen. Don't ask me to marry you after the shenanigans.
Yeah.
You need to know that I'm your wife before the shenanigans.
Even if you've been sitting around just waiting for the day, like feeling wise, you've been like, that's my man, that's my husband. He need to hurry up, and even though he not showing it, the feeling's still there. So when he got on one knee, you will be like, hell nah, nigga, not.
Hey, I can't say that because I've been engaged twice. And the first time I wanted to say, hell no. Nah.
For real? Why you say yes?
Because
why you say yes? If you feel like hell no, nah, why would you say yes?
The pressure. The women, they was like, say yes, say yes,
For
say
real?
Yes. Hey, listen, but it's
was it public?
It was it was at a party. In front of a lot of people. And it took me a long time to say yes. I cried and everything.
Was this the abuser?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that was his last little way of trying to get in. Yeah.
Like it's like you really kind of tapped out, but I'm trying to say this shit. This the best
we
thing
really
I can do.
was low key like broke up type thing. Yeah.
Damn.
Man, I cried myself to sleep that night. I ain't tell nobody I had got engaged.
This is my first time hearing it.
What about me being engaged?
The first one.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew about like
You ain't know I had got engaged though.
I don't remember knowing that you.
Man, I think I had we had posted like a couple days later. I ain't want to tell my friends or
Damn.
nothing. Like I was like, what in the world?
But I mean, we've talked and you have told me, you know, different stories and stuff like that about what was going on, but
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that because I remember it's one story you talking about the dealership. Yeah, with the dealership and
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So an ideal first date. How you feel about that?
An ideal first date.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll be happy just to go on a date these days.
Really? Niggas don't date no more.
Listen, hey, I ain't gonna say that, but it could be the ones that I done came across, but very far and few. I would say that.
Is that a big important thing though?
What?
Like to go out like on a date.